Hello to all you magnificent twin flames who will be tuning into today's message. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. And what I have for you, as promised, is the twin flame portal update. So today is June 6th, and that makes that today the 6/6 portal. So what we're really talking about today is harmonious energies, okay? So, finding harmony within ourselves, harmony just, within our relationships, just that alignment within ourselves. For twin flames, who union is meant to happen in this time, allowing for that to come in. I also noticed for myself, today seems to be a really great channeling day. So, if you're someone like me who you're into, maybe tarot reading or delivering some sort of messages, you may notice that today you're really in sync. You're kind of on point with how you go about what you do. You're in harmony, right? So we're really talking about that today. Yesterday we dove deep into the twin flame update. So just an energy check-in for the twin flames, just for the last few days, the last week or so. And, just a lot of information coming through about that inner healing and, really diving in deep in regards to the pentacles, how it is that we're healing, and what it is that we're focusing on individually as well as a collective. So I'm just going to wing it today, you guys. I really wanted to get this reading to you. There might be some distractions and some interferences. I really hope not, but just bear with me, okay? Because it was just so important for me to get these messages to you, okay? Okay, so we're just going to dive in. Like I said, I'm just going to wing it. So we're just going to check in on the energies for today and find out how the 6/6 portal is affecting the twins as a collective as well as individually for the masculines and the feminines. I have my jacket on, you guys. I hope it's not one of those interferences for you. I just have a bit of a chill today, so just bear with me. But also, I kind of like the way it sounds. It just makes me think about, when I was a kid, when we would wear like our snowsuits or something and, they would make that sound. So that might be something about the energies for today, just, having more in touch with that lighter side. We're clearing away some of this, we're doing this healing, clearing away some wounds. A lot of those wounds come from, past lives, but also childhood in this life. So, since we're clearing away those wounds, it maybe is allowing us to be more in touch with that child side, that childlike essence within us, which is probably why I'm a little too amused with my jacket today. All right, you guys, so we're just gonna hop right in, okay? So I want to get started with the tarot in regards to just, as a collective, how are the twin flames feeling and this time. And I have my river stone on the tarot deck today. So a stone, I almost dropped it out of my hand, a stone that I selected myself from a river here in BC. So a lot of cleansing, purifying energy, like we're talking about clearing away those wounds, right? So this is just really washing away, think about when you look into a stream and you see the water washing over the pebbles, ever so gently, right? Not a fast stream, but just like a trickling stream, and how the stones appear as though they're just kind of being washed over, is just kind of the energy I'm really feeling from that stone today. Okay, so let's check in for you twins, how everyone is feeling at this time with this portal opening up for us all, and with everything that we saw yesterday. And if you didn't see yesterday's message already, I'll link it for you in the description so that you can check that out. Alrighty, twins, so how is everyone feeling today? How are the twin flames feeling as a collective? What wants to come out? How is the twin flame collective currently feeling at this time? Oh, there we go. 1 second. Okay. So the Ace of Wands. Okay, I am probably going to also link today's general message for you guys, because that did come through in earlier's message for just everyone, you know, twin flames, anyone who might be on any kind of spiritual journey or aware of their journey, or you know, people who are just looking for some guidance in their day-to-day life, right? But the Ace of Wands did come through in that reading. One of my candles just went out. I just want to point that out. Now, interesting, that's kind of resonating for me right now. We'll come back to that perhaps. Okay, so in the reading earlier, okay, so the Ace of Wands was upright. It talked about inspiration, new ideas, opportunities, growth, and potential. And so that's everything that is incoming for you, one of the many things that came through as you're working through this healing process. Now, this fell on the floor quite literally sideways. So for me, this is a transitional energy. Now, in reverse, the Ace of Wands speaks about an emerging idea, lack of direction, distractions, and delays. Now, that also came up in a twin flame reading recent. It might have even been in yesterday's twin flame reading. Now, how I'm feeling the energy on this card today, for me, when a card is kind of sideways, it's in a transition, but I feel like we're going from the reverse to the upright. Now, sometimes it is from the upright to the reverse, but today I'm really feeling that we're going from feeling the sense of this lack of direction, because we are also coming out of that shadow from the lunar eclipse that we had, but we're also moving into the ring of fire. Amazing. And so that's going to be a solar eclipse, right? So we can dive more deep into that in a little bit as well. But going back to this Ace of Wands, so we're really coming out of feeling like there's that sense of a lack of direction. And you know, I was saying in today's earlier general reading about clearing away, you know, the clutter from our mind so that we can really focus on what we need to be doing. And so, you know, coming out of the Ace of Wands in reverse, talking about distractions and delays, we're moving away from that twin flames. So the 6-6 portal today, the energy that it's creating for us mutually as a collective is it's allowing us to move into feeling inspired with these new opportunities. And I'm hearing ideas, because that was something else. There was the Ace of, was it the Ace of Swords, I believe? We spoke a lot about new ideas, new creative ideas, opportunities. But we're coming out of feeling like there's these distractions and these delays to feeling like we can really move forward and, you know, into growth. And like earlier's reading said, that there was a 10 of Cups in there. You got to check it out. It was an amazing reading. Thank you so much for whoever that was for, because I thoroughly enjoyed that, just delivering that message. So twin flames, we are coming away from feeling kind of stuck, feeling like we can't move, feeling like there's a lack of, you know, which way do I go, which idea do I move forward with, to, okay, I know what the heck I gotta do, and now I'm gonna go get it. I spoke about a carrot, was that in yesterday's reading? So, you know, back to chasing after this carrot as a collective, you know, we all know what we're after, what that carrot is for us, you know, whether it's, you know, divine masculines, whether if you're looking to make communication with your divine feminines, if you're really focused on, you know, your Queen of Pentacles kind of energy, all of that stuff. So I love that we're really charging forward with whatever it is, you know, that these new ideas, new opportunities, and growth for us speaks for each of us as individuals. Now, I do want to start with the divine feminines today. So aside from how we're feeling mutually as a collective, I want to know, how is, you know, the divine feminines and the divine masculines feeling individually. So again, I want to use some tarot for the divine feminines. I also have one of my amethyst geodes here today. Okay, so this is one of my favorite stones. It's got so much going on with it. I like things that are really sparkly. Is basically how it works for me. Again, you know, thinking about this childlike energy, you know, I love my jacket. Even as a kid, I loved everything that sparkled, and I do even as an adult, because it reminds me of lights and the stars. You know, and it just makes me think about my past lives. There are certain certain things that I see, certain types of reflection that you get from certain kinds of things that sparkle, not all things, but it kind of brings back memories for me, but I haven't quite put my finger on the memories, so it's kind of like a past life. Like it makes me think like I should know what this is. But you know, as a kid and as an adult today, I love sparkly things, and it just really makes me think about, you know, that kid inside, right? I just kind of caught the eye of my candle in the background there too, and that made me think of those sparklers, you know, when you light them and they're just kind of throwing those they're like little fireworks in your hand. I was thinking about that looking at my candle. So you know, divine feminines, I'm curious to see what comes through, but you might be feeling a lot of this childlike energy, a lot of these memories, akashic records, past life history coming up for you. I know some of you have already been sharing that with me, and it's been happening for myself. But also you might be feeling like you're getting in touch with that childlike side of yourself again. I'm also hearing for some of you, you're spending a lot of time with children, but I don't want to say too many things that I know I hear people tell me directly. Like, I know a lot of divine feminines who care for children or who have grandchildren, and so I try not to bring too much influenced information into my readings. But I was not gonna say it, but I was kind of really guided to say it. Okay, so divine feminines, let's find out, how are we feeling as a collective? Okay, how is today's 6/6 portal affecting us? I wasn't quite done my shuffle there. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. I love this. Already I'm seeing 2 wands, and so I'm thinking about the fire, because the Wands suit does speak about fire, the fire element. So I am thinking about, you know, fire speaks about, you know, passion and action. You know, the Wands suit in the tarot deck is also not the fastest moving, but it's moving. It's got some pace to it. So I love that we're getting, you know, we're moving into the Ring of Fire eclipse, the solar eclipse, and we're having so much of this fire energy. I believe I'm learning horoscopes here, you guys, and astrology, but I know for a fact that you know, the Wands fire is about, you know, Sagittarius, Aries, and I don't know the third one, you guys. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to insult anyone, okay? But okay, so the Eight of Wands, divine feminines. So it is upright for you. We're talking about movement, fast-paced change, action, alignment, and some air travel. So you know, going back to this universal energy between the twins, you know, we're coming out of feeling stuck, feeling that lack of direction, you know, and we're moving forward now, just like, you know, there's that passion, that drive behind it, that fire, right? I'm seeing the Chariot when I said fire. The movie The Hunger Games, when she comes in and she's riding that chariot and it's just like lit right on fire, I'm seeing that. So divine feminines, that's you today. Amazing. So yes, fast-paced change. In the general reading from earlier today, there was a ton of 5s that came through, so I feel like you really should be checking that out as well. You know, and action. So you're really driven towards, you know, this growth. You're putting action. You're putting your words where your mouth is what I'm hearing. So like you're kind of fulfilling, like you're not just talking, you're doing, is kind of what I'm hearing. And air travel. So for some of you, there might be actually travel involved. Or when I see air travel though, and I'm talking about twin flames, I really do think about astral travel. You know, so again, going back to the dream state, so not only having dreams, going back to your Akashic records, past lives, you may even be having dreams, you know, 5D connection with your divine masculine, whether you guys are remembering it or not, or, you know, waking up and kind of having that sense of it even happened. It could be happening for you. I know it's happening for me, and it took me some time to kind of, I was waking up in the mornings feeling feeling weird, you know, feeling like I was having intense dreams, but not really remembering. But over time, I was kind of waking up and having that knowingness that, okay, like I just had this most incredible time with my divine masculine. And I always just feel such at peace those days. Like when I really do feel that I wake up in the morning and feel like I really was connected to my divine masculine. It's just such a day of a state of Zen. So if you are waking up and you're noticing that you feel more calm throughout your day and you're kind of wondering, well, like I didn't do anything different, why do I feel this way? You know, it could be in regards to your ascension, but it could also be just that sense of ease that you feel when you do connect with your divine masculine. Okay, so that's what we're feeling, divine feminines. So divine masculines, let's see how you guys are feeling. And for, you know, tarot for you as well. And I'm using the Hope Stone today for you, divine masculines. So this, I believe, is a type of river stone as well, or maybe a brown jasper. So this is a stone that I got in Ontario. So this is from, I believe, the Ottawa River. And of course, I love the word hope. So this one has the word hope in gold engraved in it. And this stone also does have a history for me with my divine masculine as well. It was just what I was guided to put on the deck for you today. So let's just see how you're feeling, how the energy is for you with the portal. I had to pause, divine masculines. Let's see if anything else turned over here for you. I feel like twin flames, I'm going to just keep saying it throughout this reading, so you're just going to have to watch today's earlier reading. Masculines, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Swords upright. Okay, so with the 10 of Cups in reverse, so this did come upright in today's earlier reading, okay? So this is speaking of, in reverse, a disconnection, misaligned values, and struggling relationships. Now, in the general reading from earlier today, there really was a lot of talk about the 4 of Swords, rest, relaxation, recuperation. Yesterday, in the Twin Flame update, Divine Masculines, you got the Temperance. So, you know, just really taking time for just having, you know, finding that balance, that harmony, alignment, you know, just really taking time for yourself. I really did see it as, you know, a kind of a hermit mode energy a little bit. So a little bit about how you're feeling. Now, this 2 of Swords upright, you're also feeling like there's some difficult decisions. There's, you know, you're having to weigh some options and you feel like you're at an impasse and there's some avoidance. Give me 1 second here. I do want to get a clarifier. I'm feeling confused, and I feel like it's confusion, because divine masculines, it's like you are feeling disconnected. You keep getting this, you know, being told, you know, find balance, take time to rest, but it's also, you feel like you're having to make decisions, weighing options, and it's almost like you're confused because you are disconnected. And this impasse, like you feel like you can't move forward, which is really interesting because that's what I'm feeling really confused about, is because we have this Ace of Wands here. I'm hearing divine feminine, so this might even be for some divine masculines directly in relation to their divine feminine, feeling this at an impasse is what I'm really picking up from this 2 of Swords. It's almost like divine masculines know what they need to do, but they're confused. And I feel like the confusion is coming from not being in alignment. I closed my eyes, I blinked for a second, and I saw just this incredible blue light. I think that would have been the throat chakra, was the color that I just saw. So divine masculine's interesting. Okay. So the throat chakra speaks about communication. Here we go. The confusion, communication, blue. Okay, I'm on track here. So divine masculine. So, you know, you're being encouraged there. You know, there's so much talk in the general reading from earlier today about just being out of alignment. There's a need for rest, relaxation, recuperation, because there's a lot of healing going on. We covered that yesterday. And the Four of Swords also talked about meditation, and I was really drawn to that. And I'm feeling like, you know, maybe your throat chakra is not in alignment and you're feeling confused. You're at this impasse because you want to make communication with your divine feminine. It's like you're ready to move forward with this connection. But it's like you can't. It's like you get tongue twisted. And I've actually been having a lot of throat chakra activation today. It happened even in my reading earlier. So I'm feeling masculines, going back to the reading from earlier today, just some guidance for you. If you are going to be doing some meditations, maybe doing some guided meditations, some chakra guided meditations. And I did talk about some videos that you can watch that can help you with that. But I'm feeling specifically the throat chakra for you, because it's like you want to move forward, you want to communicate, but it's like you can't. It's like it's like cat caught your tongue kind of thing. Okay, that's really interesting. Maybe we'll grab a quick clarifier here for you divine masculines to see if we do get anything else about what this might be in relation to for you. I got tongue twist. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what I'm saying. Tongue twisted. Let's see here. Can we get just a little more information on this Two of Swords for the divine masculines? Two of Swords for the divine masculines. What is this about? Ooh. We have a few turning over. Yeah. I see that for you a lot, divine masculines. I don't like it for you. So divine masculines, I'm seeing a few cards here. I'm going to try and not spend too much time on all of this. We have the Nine of Swords. So there's some anxiety, some worry, some fear, some depression, some nightmares. You know, and speaking about those dreams, right? So, again, this disconnection, these nightmares. I wanna keep moving on. I'm stumbling on, and that might not be for all of you, but it's interesting to see about these nightmares when, you know, the divine feminines, like even myself, I know that there is communication with my divine masculine in the 5D. So, you know, in the dream state. So interesting if the divine masculines are in this. I'm hearing my life is a nightmare. Okay. So it's not actual nightmares in the dream state. They are feeling like their life is a nightmare. Okay. So we're clarifying this Two of Swords here. So some difficult decisions, this impasse. So there's, yeah, okay. So anxiety, worry, depression, nightmares. Life is a nightmare is what I'm hearing. We have the Five of Pentacles upright. This is about financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, isolation, and worry. So divine masculines are really concerned right now about their financial state. And that's kind of why they're feeling like life is a bit of a nightmare right now. Okay. And going back to this disconnection, so I'm feeling like really out of alignment here, and getting back into alignment is going to really help you, divine masculines, to unlock this for you. But let's see what else happens here, because it might talk about a turnaround in the energy. The Fool, yeah, so upright we have beginnings, innocence, spontaneity, and a free spirit. We also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which did come through, I believe, in earlier today's readings. So this is in reverse. We're talking about lost opportunity, lack of planning, lack of foresight, and the Eight of Wands in reverse, delays, frustration, resistance to change, and internal alignment. So I think that's a clear message, Divine Masculine. So you are out of alignment, internal alignment, and it's kind of creating some issues for you here. You are feeling like, you know, you want to make communication with your divine feminine, but you're really, really worried because, you know, you're feeling like life is a nightmare for you. And this Pentacles situation, I'm feeling like this financial loss, this poverty, lack mindset. It's almost like you're feeling like because you don't have your Pentacles, you can't have your feminine. Right? The Fool, you want these new beginnings, this, you know, spontaneity. I'm feeling like for some of you, reaching out to your divine feminine might just come out of a place of, you know, I was talking about connecting with that inner child, feeling, you know, I was into my jacket and the sparkly crystal. So, you know, this spontaneity, this free spirit. So divine masculines, you might be feeling a little bit of that childlike energy as well. And that might be what's giving you the hope that you can find the strength to have this communication with your divine feminine. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, of this lost opportunity, lack of planning. So I feel like you maybe were feeling like there was an opportunity to move forward, but you kind of like lost it. You missed your shot is what I'm hearing. That's interesting. That resonates with my connection, actually. If I just want to throw it in there, my divine masculine, if you're tuning in, it's not a lost opportunity. I just wanted to throw that in there. And I'm feeling like for some of you, it was feeling as though you just, lack of foresight. I'm feeling like, there was information that came through recently about divine masculines being aware that this is a twin flame journey. So maybe the divine masculines didn't have that information before, and so they made a decision, or they oh, okay. So divine masculines, you're feeling like there was a chance for you to have this 10 of Cups, but you missed your shot, and that's why it's in reverse for you right now. You have this 2 of Swords. You're feeling like it's kind of like if I knew now if I knew then what I know now, sorry, it's like I would have not let this be in reverse, this 10 of Cups. It's like you want to communicate what you know now to your divine feminine, but you're feeling tongue-tied. You're just like, it's like you don't know how to speak to your divine feminine about what it is that you now know, and the decisions that, it's like you wouldn't have made the same decisions then if you had the information you have now. So, you know, you made the decision based with the information that you had, and it's not a bad decision, divine masculines. We move through our connection, how is right for us, right? But I do feel that, you know, now you have this 9 of Swords. You know, you do have some anxiety, some worry over the connection, and, you know, I was hearing the words, my life is a nightmare. So you're feeling like, you know, my life could have not been a nightmare if I didn't make the decision that I made, if I had, you know, taken the shot, if I had made the shot. I'm hearing slam dunk right now. So some of you are feeling like you probably could have even slam dunked it, but you totally just, like, I'm seeing a ball just like when you go to throw it in the net and it rolls off the rim and shoots off the net. You're kind of feeling like you were so close but so far. So going back to this 5 of Pentacles, I am feeling a sense of worry in regards to your financial situation and moving forward with your divine feminine. That's kind of like you feel like because you're in this financial loss, this state of lack, feeling like you can't provide. It's almost like, you know, how can I communicate to my divine feminine that I want to move forward when I can't even, you know, I'm hearing templates. So for some of you, it's been really drilled on you that you have to provide financially to be a man. And so you're kind of feeling like, how can I move forward and communicate to my divine feminine if I can't even provide like a man, like I'm supposed to? So there is even still a sense of some clearing away some ego here. But this Fool, so again, you really are connecting more with your inner child. You're healing those wounds. And so you are feeling those urges, those spontaneous urges to make contact or to move forward, however that resonates with your connection. But again, it's like you keep going around and around in a circle because of this lost opportunity. It's like, okay, I'm gonna move forward. I'm feeling spontaneous. I'm just gonna do it. But then this Nine of Swords comes right back up for you. It's just like this, you're running around in circles here where you're like, I'm gonna do it, but I can't provide, I can't do it. And then this Eight of Wands in reverse as well. So delays, frustration, resistance to change, internal alignment. So divine masculines, whoever this is resonating for, you know, really do find an alignment within yourself. Okay, that's really going to help you to move forward from this little cycle that you're running through here. You know, and you're feeling like there's delays. You're frustrated with yourself because you're delaying. You feel like, I'm feeling like for some of you, you're aware that the only delay is yourself, kind of thing. Like you're ready to move forward, but you're really hesitant because there is still some of this lack mindset, a little bit of this, you know, remaining ego that is still kind of getting in your way a little bit. And you know, for divine feminines as well, listening to this, you know, with the divine masculine saying life is a nightmare, you know, it's really important to just kind of allow them to, you know, you want to give them the space to work through what they're working through. If the divine masculines are feeling right now that life is a nightmare, it's not only that they want to make contact, but they can't. But a lot of divine masculines also really want to protect the divine feminines from any pain that they feel that they might cause. So, you know, if it's resonating for you, where you feel like your divine masculine is in a state where they're feeling like their life is a nightmare, you know, they're healing and they're growing, and they don't want to, they don't want you to see that, and they don't want you to feel it either. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if they're keeping their distance right now. If union's not happening, like if your phone's not ringing right this second, it's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? The healing stage is incredibly important, and yesterday we dove so deep into the healing. But again, divine masculines, I am feeling like this has come up a few times for you as well, this resistance to change. So, you know, find out for yourself what it is that you're resistant to, like what it is you're resistant to changing. Because again, this resistance to change, I feel like when you figure out what it is that you're so resistant to changing, it's going to help you to find more alignment, and to move forward, just in life and in your journey. And resistance to change, I was also hearing about your journey. So some of you are feeling resistant to just this spiritual journey a little bit. There's still a little bit of that, you know, this Seven of Cups energy with like this illusion. You know, there's like so much going on in front of you and you just are not sure how to process all that you're seeing, kind of thing. So that was so much that came through for the divine masculines. I'm really glad we kind of dove a little deeper on that, because it really did help us to get a really great picture on how the divine masculines are feeling and what you're currently working through right now. I want to see if there's anything else that does come forward for the divine feminines. It's interesting because divine masculines have this resistance to change and divine feminines are just gung-ho for it right now. But oh, you know what I just realized? Twin flames. Mirroring. So divine masculines are the Eight of Wands in reverse. Divine feminines, you are the Eight of Wands upright. So that's definitely some mirroring here. Divine masculines are just not feeling in the upright position at this moment, but the mirroring is there. I also love that they're eights. I've been talking a lot about for the divine feminines, in this state, this presence of, you know, major manifestation. Divine masculines might be there as well, but I know for divine feminines as well, I've been seeing 8s everywhere. I know I'm definitely, you know, in my manifestation mode, and I've been seeing a lot of 8 and just 8s, and so here we do have the number 88 with the twins and 3 wands on the table. So all of this is just fire action oriented energy, and if you are a fire star sign, that would resonate that much more for you as well. And then again, thinking about this solar eclipse happening on June 10th, so definitely feeling like there's something coming up for the twins then. But again, I want to get some more more information for the divine feminines, because I don't want to make you feel left out. So let's see if there's anything else, any other influential energies happening for the divine feminines. There we go. Ooh. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, divine feminines, financial inept, obsessed with wealth, status, and stubbornness. We also have the 4 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm loving this reading. Okay. Ooh. Okay, divine feminines. So right now we are all about just moving forward, getting that carrot, you know, whatever it is for us. You know, moving forward, air travel, maybe some astral travel, just a lot of action for you. Now, there's this King of Pentacles in reverse. So talking about this obsession with wealth, this, you know, status and stubbornness. So some of you, like the status, we're talking about, you know, your status maybe is like, has too much significance to you. So I feel like this is what is being healed. So we're talking about divine feminines healing in regards to their pentacles, their financial, their limiting beliefs in regards to money, the wounds that they need to heal. So I feel like, you know, this is, for some of you, you were too obsessed with money or the idea of money, and it was really holding you back from just living your fullest. Just really enjoying life, I'm feeling. Oops, I flipped the card. And with your status, so, you know, always kind of being in the spotlight has always been, I'm feeling, more important to you than it should be. It's kind of like you feel this desire to be in the spotlight, but it's kind of like, I'm seeing theater masks. So there's something about you, divine feminine, whoever this is for, where being in the spotlight, it's like you're hiding behind a mask is what I'm seeing, like you're acting. So for you, you felt like, okay, you were putting on a facade in regards to either how much wealth you had or your status, or it's a really interesting energy. What I'm really thinking about right now is that song from Kelsey Ballerina, Homecoming Queen. So you might want to look into that, but it's really about, you know, someone who's just in the spotlight all the time. And it's really a song saying, like, you know, you can't be perfect all the time. Like, you know, where do you go to hide? Like, where do you hide when you cry? You know, like you can't, yeah. There's just this sense of acting for you, and I'm hearing that song. So please look up that song, and it might mean something for you. Okay, so we have that. So you are healing that, but this 4 of Cups is here, so that did come through earlier today. So, or no, not the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Swords. It was talking about rest, relaxation, recuperation, and meditation. Meditation is here for you on the 4 of Cups, as well as contemplation, apathy, and reevaluation. And for the divine feminines, every time I see the word reevaluation in the last like week, I keep hearing evolution. So it's like we're re-evolving, because it's kind of like we've already had our glow up, like we've already moved into our higher sense of being, but it's kind of like we're leveling up again. Because you're doing that healing. That's what came through yesterday. You're doing that healing, and so it's like you're you're leveling up. And so it's coming through for you again in today's reading. The Tower is also here, but before you cringe, it is personally one of my favorite cards in the deck. It is in reverse, and so this means we are talking about a personal transformation. There is some fear of change, but there's also a sense of averting disaster. So because we are healing this wounds, Divine Feminines, watch the reading from earlier today, you guys, I'm telling you. So because all of this is being healed and we're moving forward with these new ideas, all these new opportunities, everything we're working towards, and it has a lot to do with our spiritual path and aligning that with our physical. So this averting disaster, because we're healing this, these wounds regarding money, Divine Feminines, we're averting a disaster where it's like everything that we're working on has the potential to be incredibly successful. I saw the 10 of Cups for you earlier, right? So there was that 10 of Cups for you. But it's like, if you hadn't done this healing, that 10 of Cups wouldn't have been there. So go ahead and give yourselves a pat on the back for that. That is a personal transformation that you've done for yourself, okay? And also fear of change, okay? So, you know, the Tower in reverse can speak about having some fear of change. Some of you might be feeling that way, but I'm really not picking that up right now for the majority of you. I'm getting my cards mixed up here. Where am I going? Okay. And then, excuse me, we also have the 7 of Wands in reverse for you, Divine Feminines. So exhaustion and giving up and feeling overwhelmed. So again, this averting disaster, you know, speaking about, you know, healing these wounds. So again, you know, you could have been really in this feeling overwhelmed and like giving up if you hadn't have done the healing and you hadn't have seen the success with what you're working on as you had hoped. That 10 of Cups, if that hadn't have been there, you just really would have felt like throwing in the towel, but you averted that disaster because of this personal transformation that you're putting yourself through. Going back to the general reading from earlier today, that 4 of Swords, the rest, relaxation, meditation, just be zen, just feeling that vibe of just really taking time for yourself. You know, it's really important to take that advice, because with the exhaustion on this card for you, I'm not feeling that you averted the disaster of exhaustion. I'm feeling like if you don't listen to the advice of taking time for you right now, that exhaustion can come up for you. You can be feeling that. So, okay, I'm feeling really great with those messages, you guys. We're already almost at 45 minutes here. So why don't we go ahead and we'll get some angel number guidance. And I actually do want to do the messages from your person first. I want to end with the guidance, because as much as we love knowing what's going on in the connection and with our counterpart, this is a journey of the self, right? It is a journey of healing and coming into oneness. So I do want to end with the angel numbers, because that's going to be our guidance for today. And I want you guys to leave here from this reading with this information fresh in your mind, and not so much what your person would say to you if they weren't feeling like they couldn't communicate, or you know, Divine Feminines, if you felt like it was a safe time to reach out to your Divine Masculine. Not that it's unsafe to contact them, but just because you're holding space for them, you understand that now is a time for patience so that they can go through their healing. But again, you guys, so I want to end with the guidance, so that's what we're really focusing on. That's what we're resonating most with when we leave here. Okay. Now I'm going to point out with the messages from your person, which this is deck I made myself. It's just a starting, but we're getting there. I have the my red jasper today on there, and again, this is really making me think about the sacral chakra. This is coming up a lot for the twins right now, so talking about that alignment. For the Divine Masculines, I was seeing the throat chakra, but for the Divine Feminines, I'm actually feeling for you the sacral chakra, and that actually resonates for me as well. So you know, twin flames, we all want to be working towards all of this stuff, because it is about coming into a perfect state of alignment within ourselves, right? But it's just where I'm resonating the energies with the most. Okay, so let's find out Divine Masculines, because we already know you feel like you want to communicate. So let's find out what it is that you would say to your Divine Feminine, if you could. If you felt like you could at this time. Now this deck is more about more about intimate message, or not intimate messages. Well, yes, intimate. There's different forms of intimacy, right? Not necessarily the sexual kind, not necessarily the kind related to the sacral chakra, though that stone was on that deck. But just really romantic, sensual messages is what this really is. Not necessarily about what's happening for them at this time, but more so about how they're feeling for you. So Divine Masculines, what would you like to say to Divine Feminines today? Okay. So I'm going through a spiritual awakening, but I haven't figured out exactly what's going on. So for some divine, I'm getting, it's been coming up that Divine Masculines are aware that this is a twin flame journey. There might be still some, like I was feeling in the reading, this resistance to change, this resistance to the spiritual awakening. So some of them are going through a spiritual awakening. They know what's going on. But again, I was feeling like Divine Masculines really going in a circle with their energy. So it's like, I know I'm a twin flame, but like, how can this be real? I can't possibly be a twin flame. So like, this can't be a spiritual awakening. And then it just keeps going around and around is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling something with the circle when I said round and around. Interesting. Okay. Divine Feminines, what would you say? Okay. I'm hearing that there's another message the Divine Masculines wants to say to the Divine Feminines. So let's see. There it is. Wow, I wish you could see how this card just landed, like perfectly, just resting so eloquently on my chair. That was beautiful. And it says, I imagine you with me when I miss you the most. Okay, that message really needed to come through. That's so beautiful, Divine Masculines. So Divine Feminines, that your Divine Masculines do think about you, even if it is just in that 5D state. That is communication. Even if you're not remembering, the word for word communication that took place, it is communication. So if you're sitting there wondering, when am I going to hear from my DM? Could already be happening. So check back in with yourself, find that alignment, because you might find your DM there. Okay. I was about to ask what the Divine Feminines would say to their masculines. The card that just came through right now, I really feel strongly that this is my Divine Masculine speaking to me in this moment. This card says, the way you make me feel. That resonates really strongly with my connection. But what this card says, Divine Feminines, is the way you make your Divine Masculine feel is just nothing they've ever felt before. It's over the moon. They just don't even know how to put it into words, okay? And next to this, I imagine you with me when I miss you the most. That's just so beautiful. Your Divine Masculines really are missing you. And going back to this, they're feeling this worry. There was at an impasse with coming forward in communication with you, and this Nine of Swords, feeling like maybe they missed their shot. That's just, it's so sweet. It's so sweet, Divine Masculines. Thank you for that. Divine Feminines, now what would you say to your Divine Masculine at this time? Okay. Oh, I love how that's balancing on the table. You guys are you're cracking me up here. Okay, so Divine Feminines, you are saying there is still so much I haven't told you. And I'm feeling like this isn't in regards to the twins coming together and making things right, or like clearing away. Like when you're coming together, it's like when a couple gets back together after a breakup, there's like that talking and working it out and all that stuff. That's not what I'm feeling with this card. I'm feeling like, Divine Feminines, you're just like, I miss my best friend. There's so much I haven't told you about just everything that I feel like, you've been missing. Just like Divine Feminines want to hear about their Divine Masculines, everything they've missed out on in your life, all the opportunities they weren't there to support you through, all of the amazing things that you've done in the time that you were in separation. Your Divine Feminine is just really in this state of, wanting to tell you so much. It's like when you talk to your best friend and you just tell them all the little nitty-gritty details. So Divine Feminines, that's what I'm feeling for you right now. You're just kind of really wanting that communication with your Divine Masculine, but it's not, the place it's coming from is really a heart space. It's a friend, not a friend zone, but a place of friendship. I'm just really hung up on those words, best friend. So again, really, really beautiful, sweet messages from the twins today. So now let's get into some guidance, you guys, because this is where it's at. We love knowing what's going on with the energy, what our person has to say. But the guidance is so great because that helps us to know what do we need to move this forward, right? And to, I'm hearing heal the world. Some of you are really focused on that right now. We have angel number 916 falling out. So the angels are here to help clear away anxiety, worry, limiting beliefs in regards to life, purpose, and monetary issues in life. I feel like that's for both the twins right now. That's pretty amazing that just came through right now, that we just spoke a lot about that in the reading. Okay, so the angels are here to help you guys clear that away. So feel free to reach out to them. And divine masculines, what is some guidance for you? Love it. I also love that you have angel number 33 here. This is a master number and I love threes. Okay, so really, really strong number. This is the reason why I love threes. 3 is about being in alignment. Okay, so another message for you there about alignment. So this is speaking about guidance of the ascended masters. Okay, so your ascended masters are helping to guide you through the spiritual awakening, but also to get you back into alignment. So do some meditation, check in, and you also might find your ascended masters waiting there for you to deliver some messages to you. I'm also hearing in your sleep. So they are giving you information in your sleep. You might not remember it just yet, but I do feel strongly that this remembrance of the dream state is going to come in strongly for most of the twin flames. Also, divine masculines, angels, the angels and guides are bringing you love and peace. So you are kind of going around and around in a circle with this energy, but your angels are really helping you with that. And I feel like they really, I was hearing divine guidance really strong the other day, I think yesterday. So that's really, that action is really strong here again for you today. And then divine feminines, let's find out for you the angel number guidance. And I just want to apologize if you can hear that noisy little cat of mine in the background. I showed you guys the bottom of the deck when I did that. I don't know if some of you saw it, but I'm hearing, like, look at the bottom. We have angel number 444, surrounded by angels, and you are being guided through focus. I feel like that's for both of the twins right now. But divine feminines, that's a lot. I'm not going to take all of that. That one's stuck in my hand. I like that. We also have angel number 303 here, divine feminines. Once again, we have some more mirroring with the divine masculines, because take that 0 out of that 303 and it's the same guidance message as the divine masculines. So this is a message that your overflowing self-love positively impacts those around you, and I'm hearing your divine masculine is feeling that as well. Okay, travel, adventure, spontaneity, time to live your biggest dreams. So once again, twice we have a message of travel for you, divine feminines. Okay, I'm really not feeling strongly to take all of this, but I also do see angel number, wow. Ooh, divine feminines. This is intense. I know I shuffled my deck really, really good. Okay. I'm not going to dive too deep because this is getting long already, you guys, but we have angel number 4. That stuck out to me because I saw 444 on the bottom of the deck. What's this? Angel number 77. That came through earlier today. Definitely watch the reading from earlier. Angel number 4 is about organization, trust, loyalty, and patience. Divine feminines, patience. Traditional values, inner wisdom. So again, in your dream state, Akashic memories, past life history, and your angels are sending you love, support, inner strength, and encouragement. Okay. You also have angel number 343. That comes up for you a lot these days. A direct message from your angels and your spirits of their constant presence to provide you with love, support, guidance, and inspiration. They're giving you a lot of love, guidance, and support right now. You also have angel number 11, another master number, also my twin flame number, spiritual awakening, enlightenment, life purpose, psychic and prophetic abilities, and of course twin flames. So a lot of really tapping into your gifts and your abilities right now. And again, your guides are really helping you to tap into that. That's the message there for you, the guidance. So once again, going back to the 4 of Swords from earlier's reading, twin flames, really strong guidance for us all right now to just be taking time to find some rest and some time for ourselves. Angel number 30, divine feminines, creativity, self-expression, socializing, imagination, and inspiration. So again, that childlike energy, you're there, you're feeling it. And your current life circumstances are in place to inspire creative solutions to your problems. And I'm feeling like that has to do with that averting the disaster, what had something to do with your success and the things that you're working on in regards to your new ideas, and the Ace of Pentacles there, okay? We have a lot here. For angel number 420, the verge of a soul mission discovery and give support to those around you. I think that was in earlier's reading. Angel number 211, spiritual discovery, pursuit of the true soul path in this life, and letting go of limiting beliefs to prepare you for new opportunities. Angel number 1414, your thoughts and feelings are being elevated to a higher level. Your angels want to communicate with you. So that's coming through for both the twins today. Angel number 55, some more master numbers. A lot of fives that came through in today's earlier reading, okay? Interesting, as I'm looking at angel number 55, my roommate just left and you could hear the door close. And so as angel number 5 is all about changes. There was a lot of talk about big change coming through in the reading from earlier, and as I'm about to talk about this change, this door closes. So a door is closing so that we can move forward with this change. The door that's closing is you're doing the healing in regards to your monetary issues, divine feminines. And your angels are helping you to release doubts, fears, perceived obstacles, and they're helping you to let go of all that no longer serves you so that you can be ready for those changes. I love that. Lastly, I got distracted. I was hearing a weird sound there for a second. Someone's using a weed whacker, and it makes me think about earlier I was talking about clearing away clutter, that chatter from the mind, right? So it's like you're just kind of getting rid of all the weeds, all that no longer serves you, right? Like you're trying to grow this big beautiful garden, and there are these dandelions that are just taking over. Not that they're not pretty, and not that we don't need them, but they're hurting your tomato garden a little bit. I don't know why I said tomatoes. Maybe you're actually growing tomatoes. Angel number 1111 is also here for you. So more 11s, more twin flame number, wake up call, portal opening. We are, today is the portal. Can't get more accurate. Twin flame mirroring, we already saw that it's happening for you. And spiritual gifts. Divine feminines, I think we had so much information come through for you in the angel number guidance, because it's just such repeat messages that we have, and that's why I quickly ran through them, because they just keep coming up. And I get it, as a divine feminine myself, there is always a sense of, not always, it's not like I constantly think about it, but I do wonder about, what's going on for my DM, how is he doing, where is he at in life, and just, some, we do think about union and when that will happen for us. And I'm feeling like the repeat messages are really coming through for you, because there's nothing more that you can be doing. I'm feeling like it's just a matter of, just focus on the things that you're working on, focus on your inner healing, that alignment within yourself. That's all you really can be doing at this point, because, for some of the divine masculines, we had a message coming through about how you divine masculines, some of you are resistant to this change, this spiritual awakening. You're going a little bit on this merry-go-round. And so it's creating like a little bit of this like kind of delays and frustration for you. But divine feminines, there's really not much that you can do in that. The divine masculines, they're on their own journey as well, and they it's their journey. So just focus on what you're doing, and everything will work out as it should. Okay, twin flames, I'm actually hearing to grab another angel number. So just overall for the connection, okay, you guys. So just one last card to close this reading for today. Some guidance for the twins. What do we have? Watch half the deck fall out. I just like that one, really wanted to come out. Angel number 1616. You guys, love, romance, or a baby are on the way. And when I think about babies, sometimes I just think about the birthing of like a new project, career, job, opportunity, right? So just birthing. And I was also seeing a garden. So maybe you're just quite literally working on a garden. But I was really guided to take one more card, and it's talking about, you know, love, romance could be on the way. After I was just saying divine feminines, there's really not much more you can do in regards to coming in to union. For a lot of you, it's just, you know, just keep focusing on that inner healing and, you know, being in alignment with yourself, working on your spiritual gifts, your spiritual talents, and all that you're working on. As the divine masculines continue to focus on themselves and, you know, kind of getting themselves off this merry-go-round, letting their head stop spinning a little bit, right? So that I'm hearing the divine masculines also right now really need to get grounded, because, you know, when we get off a merry-go-round, if we've been on that for a long time, we're kind of like, it's like you're kind of walking around and you're stumbling because it's like you can't get your footing. So I'm feeling like for some of you also getting a little bit more grounded as well, okay? So you guys, thank you again. I'm just loving the information that's been coming through today. So I will be doing a, what do we have? An eclipse reading coming up. So on June 10th, I want to get that for you guys. We'll do another twin flame, just a weekly energy update for you guys next week. And then I also will be doing some of those Mercury retrograde energy readings, because that retrograde, it's here. You saw me stumbling a little bit and having some, you know, there's some confusion that the divine masculines are feeling as well. There's, you know, some blockages in communication and the ability to kind of transmit messages, right? Which is all about the Mercury retrograde. So that's coming for you guys. But for now, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is The Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. Be well, Twin Flames.